Imagine lying to your father about the reason why you're gay, but the lie that you told your dad now alters your dad's reality of what happened. My father couldn't reconcile with me being gay.
I'm gay.
The hell you are! No waiter of mine is gonna be gay!
We had many long conversations about it when I was a teen. We finally have a better relationship now. I'm currently 35. He links being gay with trauma, so after many tense months and many angry conversations, I lied to him and told him I was molested by an old family friend's husband when I was a young child.
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg. Come on, man.
This seemed to bring him a sense of peace and understanding because in his mind, he could see why I was the way that I am. At the same time, I hurt him to hear that I was molested, even though it never happened.
So you're saying all this time you were lying about this? I mean, so you're saying you're a liar?
He brings it up from time to time and expresses deep remorse that he wasn't able to protect me at that time. As a child of 14, I told him that because I thought it would bring these interrogations and conversations to an end, which it did for some years, but now I can really tell that the news has had a long-lasting effect on him. Sometimes when he's drunk, it comes up because it really bothers him. Even though I've told him that I just want to move on from that, I, however, cannot bring myself to tell him that it never happened. It would crush our somewhat fragile relationship, and I love my father very much. At the same time, I feel like I have to tell him before he's dead and gone because I have to live with it. I can understand telling a lie to a parent just so they can get off your back so you don't have to have the hard and tough conversations as a preteen because you don't properly know how to articulate yourself. I understand that. But the lie that you told your father that a friend of the family, the husband, that molested you in result of you now being gay would absolutely fuck me up too. I think it would destroy any man that ever heard a confession like that, even though it was a lie, would hurt each of us as men. Your father conveying deep remorse of not being able to protect you in your most vulnerable time in your life, even though it was a complete lie, would destroy any man, especially your dad.
He ain't lying.
You're now 35, 20 years later, and your dad still feels fucking terrible. And that must be hard to hear and know that your lie planted a seed within your father, and now your father just internally accepted what has happened to be his fault, which is the most brutal thing. This also reminds me of one of my favorite sci-fi movies ever, Inception, of planting that little seed that makes the lie grow into becoming someone's truth. Your dad's truth is now that he wasn't able to protect his son.
How complex is the idea?
Simple enough.
No idea is simple when you need to plant it in somebody else's mind.
How fucked. And it was a lie. But your dad now sees it as, I wasn't there for my boy. Now I need to be there for my boy. My boy is now changed. He's not the boy I remember, but what I do have left, I need to protect. I don't know how much longer you're gonna hold on to this secret for. Another 10, 20, 30 years? And then you're gonna wait till your dad's deathbed to tell him that was a complete lie and fabrication. I don't think that your dad would go away peacefully. You're better off not telling your dad at all. If you tell him anytime soon, your dad will never forgive you. So you're better off taking it to the grave and living with that guilt, because this is something that I don't believe you can come back from or have a recovering relationship with your father. If one of your children came out to you and told you a lie like this, but you didn't know it was a lie, you accepted it to be the truth, how would you feel and or react? And then let's say 30 years later, you're now told that which you believe to be true is an utter fabrication. What would your reaction be? Would you have a relationship with your child anymore? Would you question everything? Would that bring anger to you? How would you feel? What would your reaction be? Now for this next secret, it's about a wife who laid out all the times that she cheated on her husband and claims that she still loves him. I'm 46 and I've been married for 22 years and been with my husband since I was 21. During this time, I dated another guy in another city who I slept with without my boyfriend, now husband, knowing. I slept with the stripper at my bachelorette party, who actually spent the night with me in the hotel room. Had a brief affair 5 years after we married with a coworker. Slept with a mutual friend after my husband and I separated when he found out about my one affair. Got back together and ended up cheating on him again years later on a road trip with another coworker. Met an older man in the grocery store who helped me in the pouring rain put my groceries away. We did it in his SUV in the parking lot. Had an online boyfriend for 2 years I hooked up with once a week on Skype before meeting him in person 5 times. Despite all of this, I truly do love my husband. I know what you're going to say and I really don't care. I confessed, so fuck yourself. Unfortunately, this is the result of trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. Let's just be fucking honest here.
She belongs to the streets.
You've been married to a man for 22 years who's taking care of you all this time, and all you've done is backstab the man and go fuck everybody else. Ma'am, I want you to understand something. Just because you confess to cheating on your husband so many times throughout the years doesn't make your story any more commendable for you telling the truth that he still doesn't know about.
You fucking lying bitch!
Ow! Stop it! What are you doing?
You were sucking his cock!
Let's just be fucking honest. Yes, you confessed. You told everyone a deep dark secret. Thank you. But at the same time, you're a trash fucking wife. This pretty much falls into the manosphere shit that's on the internet today that's essentially telling men never to get fucking married.
Again!
Because it end up in relationships like this where you think you have a long-term partner only to find out, and hopefully he does find out, that you fucked so many more men over the years aside from him. So you were never his to begin with. But then to never actually internalize why you're being a trash fucking wife to your husband, that's really what the fuck I want to know. Why are you being such a trash wife? Why are you constantly cheating on your husband?
Why?
Why aren't you going to therapy to try to fix your relationship instead of fucking everybody? Why aren't you trying to take the steps to mend whatever is broken? And if it isn't working thereafter, why aren't you just leaving? And then you can go on your whole fucking escapades. If you have recommendations for this lady in terms of trying to either improve herself in going to marriage counseling, finding a therapist, having deeper conversations with her husband, what are they? I've named a few. What ones do you have that I haven't listed? And if you think she is fucking trash, tell me why she's trash. If you like these messy confessions, like, subscribe, and follow for more.